Here we go.
So the mic is hot.
It is hot as you are.
Oh, thank you, Grim.
You're welcome. It is true.
Aw. All right. So are we live?
I see green stuff blinking. I don't know how we can figure that out.
It looks like we are. So we need to. Can you figure it out?
If people say we're good.
Well, the comments are right there.
Right.
So we need it so we can see the video and
no
then
problemo.
see the comments.
There
Cool. Okay. Hey guys, if you can hear us and see us okay, please put it in the comments. We're getting set up, getting started. Having to switch formats, it's a few extra steps, so it just takes a couple minutes.
But I think we all good now. Yeah?
Gary says, I see you. Jeffrey's waving. Hi, Jeffrey. Hi, guys. There's Lofty Moose. I see Ellen Bloom, John Biggins, David Waldman, Eric Pickle, JB, Bobby Harvey Jr. Cool. He's on YouTube, too.
All right.
AV good. Okay. Sweet. Thank you, guys.
Let me grab my banana. Get ready here. All right. Now all is right in the world.
Hey, welcome to the YouTube channel, The Mummy and the Monkey, and this is the Hairy Scary Hangover, episode 13.
Episode lucky number 13.
Lucky 13, yeah.
Friday the 13th in a way.
We're horror film hosts. For people who are on YouTube that don't know what the heck this is, we are horror film hosts that host cheesy...
If people on YouTube who are looking at this and don't know what this is, you're not drinking enough.
Oh, jeez. So we did play The Last Man on Earth, starring Vincent Price, on our Facebook page, The Mummy and the Monkey. So this is the after party part here on YouTube.
The lowdown, yeah. We're just talking about whatever. We're going to probably be talking about stuff related to being, on lockdown the last few weeks. Things that you're doing, places that you're maybe eating when they say you can go out and still order takeout and all that.
Yeah.
Let us know what your favorite fast food, or if it's a mom and pop joint, where you're ordering food from, etc., etc., etc.
Well, with the quarantining, sheltering in place, self-isolating, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of local businesses and small businesses that are hurting.
Right.
So a good way to help them, if you can, is to, maybe call them, check out their website, see if they offer delivery options, like your local comic book store. You need some good reads, you need some good books to read while you're hanging out at home. And that would be a good idea. So
check this out. The webcam we're using, I don't know, thing's got to be 6 years old at least. Maybe even older. I don't even know.
Why? Who's saying what?
Ellen Bloom says she heard the door opening, a creaky door. That little bitty hole, the little holes in there for the mic work great, don't they?
Yeah, that does work great.
I better not fart too loud.
That's just Mama Monkey. We're good. Walking
That's
by.
right. Yeah, we got people coming and going all the time.
We have Mama Monkey hanging out at the crypt here.
That's right, all the time.
Yep.
At the cemetery. Yeah. Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today.
And hopefully everyone out there, hopefully you guys are doing good. But you can check out your, not visit them in person, but you could call your local shops. You could see if they have a Facebook page, a social media page, like the comic book shops. They might be able to deliver things to you, maybe drop it off on your porch, ship it out to you, to abide by the social distancing rules.
Yes.
And that way you're still supporting those local businesses that you love, and you get something cool out of it.
Right before the lockdown was a...
You all right there, Grim?
There goes that popcorn again.
Cough into your elbow, Grim.
Don't say that word coughing. Get it?
Oh, yeah.
Right before the lockdown was official, I went to a local comic shop that we frequent called Carol and John's. And I picked up a stack of comics. They had like dollar comics, which I love, okay? From all, like a bunch of different, time periods. Like probably from the early 70s to the 2000s.
They run a lot of good sales, yeah.
And they had long boxes full of comics. So I spent like $30-40 on comics and got a stack of them. Before they, now they can't let you in the store anymore, but they do offer a service where they will deliver comics to you. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so there are some small businesses, some little mom and pop shops that if you go on their social media pages or get in contact with them on the phone, they can still drop things off at your house or get it sent out. There's also a lot of carry out, and delivery options, and we did...
So what? Let's talk about where we go.
Yeah, so we did get pizza the other day.
We did, yes.
We did get pizza, and then We did go to Torgo Bell for lunch.
A couple times we've been to Torgo
Yeah,
Bell.
just a couple of times. We haven't been out to many restaurants.
So they're not mom and pop, but
Not
they're
mom
still,
and- yeah.
but they're still businesses. You know, trying to make it. And we're kind of, we're so like regulars there. There's a fellow there that works there. It's like we're all friendly with them, and it's pretty cool to see everybody still working and everything like that. Of course, that's the most important thing, right?
Yeah, and then that they're safe and they're safely working.
So what are people saying? Let's talk to our
check
constituents.
the comments here. I ordered some Warren magazines from Creepy Classics.
That's awesome. Yeah, like probably
nice.
like Famous Monsters,
There
things
you
like
go.
that. Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of comic book stores,
Yeah.
so if you guys are in the Akron, Ohio area, Rubber City Comics.
Oh yeah.
We highly recommend them. They are selling some things on their social media. So you can check out their Facebook page, Rubber City Comics. And then Carol and John's Comics, they are here in Cleveland.
And if you check out their Facebook page, it's just Carol and John's
Carol
Comics.
and John.
Look them up all around the world. You just check them out. They're pretty cool. They're doing updates on their website. They're even doing auctions that you can, I guess they'll send them anywhere you need to go.
Yeah, they can ship it to you.
They ship. So they're doing auctions on Silver Age and some Bronze Age books. Pretty cool stuff. You got to check their site to see when they're going to do it.
At Rubber City Comics, they are associated with another shop called Stuff Genie. I think they're in Canton. They sell like collectible toys, but they also they run Akron Comic Con, which we don't know how that'll go this fall with the conventions. But the Akron Comic Con people are very nice guys. So
now Connie said she was late. Shame on you, Connie, but that's okay.
Hi, Connie.
Welcome to the fray. All right.
So yeah, we're talking about local places, and it's good to support the local places while abiding by the social distancing guidelines and local carryout, local restaurants.
So Bobby Harvey Jr., the guy who bequeathed me this awesome banana, which I hope I will never ever part with. I might even be buried with this. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just saying, it could happen.
Grimm loves his big banana. He loves to show it off for the whole world to see.
Don't you love my big banana too? Doesn't everybody? Anyway. Oh, Grimm's starting to become Grimm now. Anyway,
Yes.
So I busted out my box of Quisp, which is available at a local chain store in Cleveland or the Ohio area called Mark's. I can't find this anywhere else but Mark's so far. But
that's one you don't see too often.
No, but this is a throwback, and they still make it. It's not a box left over from the 70s. This is actually a fresh box of cereal. I bought a few of them to get me through this lockdown. I have to go get some more. But Bobby Harvey Jr. had an interesting idea. Now, this could be fun amongst the chat and ourselves as well. Cereals. Now, the Quisp made it through the through the years, but there's a bunch of other cereals I remember as a little monkey that I love that aren't around anymore.
Well, like which ones, Grimm?
Okay, one of my favorite ones, and this is the best thing because when you hear us talk about this stuff, or when you speak amongst yourselves, you all can open another window up and Google it and find out what we're talking about. Okay, we live in that day and age. You can do that. Really, you can. So anyway, one of my top favorite cereals was called Freakies.
Freakies?
Freakies.
That was a real cereal?
It was awesome. They were these little creatures that lived in a tree, the Freaky tree. They had regular Freakies, which was a lot like Captain Crunch or Quisp, and then they had a Fruity Freakies one. Go figure. And it was a fruity cereal, like a little fruity. But it was really good. The regular one I liked. The fruity one I didn't like so much. But
see, I don't remember that. I remember like Mr. T cereal.
That's not around anymore.
Super Mario Brothers cereal.
That's all that fad stuff. They still do that kind of stuff.
They would have like certain ones, like if there was a movie out, like Ghostbusters cereal.
C-3POs.
Yeah, they had C-3POs.
Earlyos. No, they don't.
No, they don't have Earlyos. Cereal.
I wish they would make Earlyos. That would be so good. But so let's see what people are talking about. Yeah, so Quisp is good. There was Quake, but that was before me. I didn't have Quake, but it was Quisp and Quake were the two sort of cereals from the same company. I'm trying to think what I did notice cereals that are still around like Trix and especially Trix and Fruit Loops. They don't taste the same to me. They change the formula.
I think they add less sugar.
Yeah, no, that's not as good.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's good for people. Well. But they're probably trying to have kids eat less sugar.
So everyone had never heard of Freakies, there's even commercials on YouTube you can check out.
Yeah, so you'll have to check it out on the interwebs. House Cut says Booberry.
Blueberry,
They will still make the monster cereals around Halloween time.
Yes.
Count Chocula, Blueberry, Frankenberry.
Yummy Mummy they re-released.
There is a Yummy Mummy cereal.
Yes, it was around, and now there's a Yummy Mummy Hostess.
Yeah.
There you go.
There was also
Fruit Brute.
Fruit Brute.
Now
Fruit Brute.
I know they re-released. They released the 3 major monster cereals every Halloween. They did release Yummy Mummy as well a couple years back.
Yes, but it seems like they don't.
Not every year, no.
Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute, they don't always put out. But I know like Count Chocula, Blueberry, those are always out for Halloween.
Someone said Walmart was selling C3PO or 3POs a couple of months ago. That's cool. That's a nostalgic thing they could bring back. Star Wars is still a thing. Makes sense.
Well, that's a good point. Will says it's corn syrup versus cane sugar.
Ooh.
And I noticed with soda pop, whatever you guys call it. We call it pop here in Cleveland.
Pap.
With pop, a lot of it is corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, and it used to be all sugar. And I noticed, like, if you buy the Coca-Cola or Pepsi that has the real sugar in it, you notice a difference. Like, I think it tastes better.
So people are okay. So now they're getting into my thing. I love nostalgia. Actually, there's a couple of sites.
King Vitamin. Ooh, I remember that. I remember King Vitamin.
I think they might still make that, but that was Captain Crunch with no sugar. It was a corn-based cereal, and it tasted just like Captain Crunch, but no sugar. Did not like that as a kid.
Oh wow.
I like it better now. Captain Crunch is still around. I don't know if Crunch Berries. I think they do still do the Crunch Berries, but the whole cereal box is just all Crunch Berries.
Addams Family cereal. I do remember that when the first Addams Family movie came out, like 1990. I remember the cereal.
Yeah, I remember Tricks were shaped like fruits. I remember that too, like little grape bunches. I remember that. Team Flakes, I kind of remember that.
Super Sugar Crisp.
I think Team Flakes were like...
Or Sugar Crisp? Was that a real one?
Super Sugar Crisp. They don't call it that anymore, though.
Super Sugar.
Yeah, Super Sugar Crisp. They took the word sugar and all that out of the titles of some things, but that's Sugar Bear, you know.
Sugar Bear, yeah.
But yeah, Team Flakes were like Wheaties, I'm pretty sure, if I remember that.
That's funny.
Yeah, they stopped the name. Even with Kentucky Fried Chicken, they changed it to KFC so people wouldn't get the word fried. See, even though they fried it still. It didn't make any sense.
Now, some people, like... My mummy back in the day would always buy the generic store brand cereal.
Pepsi Stool.
Are there any generic brands that were like kind of goofy or funny, or ones that you guys
cereals?
liked? Yeah. Like
what do you remember?
Instead of Cheerios, was it like what would be
Oh, I got one.
Like Honey Round Crisps, you know, like Corn Flakes was like Crispy Flakes.
Let me say, one of my favorite, unimaginative, very just literal names for a cereal was a version of Rice Chex, okay?
Okay.
It was the same shape as Rice Chex, you know, like a stop sign. Now check this out. It was a store brand, and you know how store brands, they can't say Rice Chex. They'll say something. The store brand doesn't even matter what store it was, because I don't even remember. It might have been a local Cleveland store. It might have been Finest or something. But their equivalent cereal to Rice Chex was, get this, Crispy Hexagons.
Crispy Hexagons.
Hey, Mom, I would like another bowl of Crispy Hexagons, please.
There you go.
And I'm going to major in geometry. I mean, what an imaginative, literal name for a cereal.
There's one that I saw recently, and I thought it was kind of cute. It was generic, but it was like Choco Dino Bites.
Yeah, but at least that.
And it was pretty much like the Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah.
But they had like a generic dinosaur on the box, and it said, Cocoa Dino Bites.
Right. I mean, but you know, and they never taste as good.
No.
There's always something that they didn't put in the ingredients.
Most of the time it's fine though, but it's not.
Yeah, but it never is like the
yeah, not quite.
Muslix. Now they're getting fancy with the European stuff.
Toasty-O's. Yeah, Toasty-O's.
What about?
Okay, that's what I've seen.
I got some crazy. Okay, so
yeah.
Does anybody out there remember Crazy Cow cereal?
Crazy Cow.
Crazy Cow chocolate. It was like
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it was an '80s thing. Crazy Cow. That was a good one. Another one was Kaboom.
Kaboom.
It was a clown character, and it was like a fruity sort of almost like Fruit Loops, but a little bit different. But Kaboom was great. Crazy Cow.
Now, do you remember the Malto meal, the cereal in the bag?
They still make Malto meal.
Yeah.
You're not getting deep enough. You're not getting deep cut enough. You gotta this is all deep cuts.
All right.
Here's one that's real deep cut.
Okay, which one?
You gotta Google this because I don't know how to explain. It's called Moonbeams.
Moonbeams?
Look up Moonbeams.
And what was that cereal made out of?
You'd like it because they used like a real 1920s kind of Betty Boop Pac-Man-eyed characters.
Aww.
It was really neat. Yeah, they had a real cool style. And as a little ape, the cartoons for that, or the commercials, they're still out there on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. You can find YouTubes for Moonbeam cereal.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. A buddy of mine from way back, we used to sit there and go back and forth on these old, forgotten cereals way back in the day. And we would like match each other. Kaboom, Moonbeams one. He was like,
Ooh.
"You remember that?"
Do you remember all the weird like prizes they used to put in the cereal boxes?
Then you would get any
I don't think
toy.
they do that anymore.
No, they don't. Not really.
And I think the last one I saw was like they had little Star Wars toys in a box of something.
Bobby Harvey said he found Kabooms. I think they re-released Kaboom a little bit ago. That sounds familiar.
Cocoa Eats Bird Brain. I remember
Oh.
Cocoa Eats.
They're still around though. You're not.
They are still around.
This is about.
But yeah,
That's like-
it's
that's like
one
saying-
of those that you don't eat very often
It's like
anymore.
saying Kix. I mean, they're still around.
Yeah, but it's like, some cereals you eat when you're younger.
Will Christman? Yes, they were. It was all based on these characters that lived on the moon, and they're really odd characters. One was like a policeman, like a constable, but they all were drawn in like a 1920s sort of like Betty Boop style with the Pac-Man shaped eyes. It was really odd. You have to look it up. It's pretty cool.
That is really weird.
There was another one.
Creature from the Black Lagoon is the only monster without a cereal.
What the heck?
Oh.
They could have maybe it turns your milk
Maybe
black
it would turn the milk green.
or black like the Black Lagoon.
No,
How
because
gross would that be?
he was green.
Yeah.
Well, there was a Hulk cereal that would turn the milk green.
Ugh.
Like when the first Incredible Hulk movie came out in 2003. Yeah, they had a cereal that would turn the milk green.
I'm trying to remember. There was another one called Something Laughs and Giggles. It was this machine. It was a 70s. Another one of these weird 70s. Something Laughs and Giggles. Laughs, gas, and or something. If anyone remembers what I'm talking about, fill in the blank.
Sounds like the 70s had weird cereals for kids.
Look, so Will remembers that he had refrigerator magnets from Moonbeams. That is cool.
Wow, I
Freaky-
bet that's really rare.
Yeah, and Gareth knows Freakies, and I have one upstairs somewhere. But Freakies did give away like little toys, little plastic one-color injection mold type toys of their some of the Freakies.
Oh, that's weird.
You gotta look them up. That's a really really cool.
That's really
cereal.
weird.
The cardboard records on the back of the cereal boxes that you would cut out and you could play on your record player.
We found some of those.
We have some of those.
Yeah, we have a few in our collection, but yeah, we have seen those. And then we did find records that I guess would come with a magazine. Like there were some that were real. It was like a really thin plastic. And it was what?
Will Chrisman got it. Grins, Smiles, Giggles, and Laughs. That was the name of a cereal.
That was a cereal?
You gotta look it up.
Wow.
There is a website. I can't think of the name of the site, but it's been around for years, since early 2000s at least.
Some weird hippie cereals back in the 70s.
You ever look up? Has anyone ever been on PlaidStallions.com?
What's that?
It's a nostalgic. Everything about the 50s, 60s, 70s. They have multiple genres.
Oh, different
of
decades.
toys,
Nostalgia.
clothing, cereal. And there was another site, I can't think of the name of it, but they had all these old cereals and the premiums, like the toys you would get with them as well.
There's another cool site that reviews a lot of stuff from the 80s and 90s, like different foods, cereals, shows, toys, called Dinosaur Dracula.
Oh?
And Dinosaur Dracula, yeah, there's a lot of cool blogs on there. I used to look at that site a lot.
Richard
A lot
Taylor,
of 80s nostalgia.
Richard Taylor says, I am not a cereal person. Give me a dead pig and a chicken fetus, and I am happy.
Oh.
Meaning bacon and eggs.
Oh, okay. I hear
Those are
ya.
good too. Love that too. Love me some bacon and eggs, baby. TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cereal.
Yes! It seemed like for every cartoon show or movie, they would have like a limited edition cereal for it. They had Ghostbusters, Mr. T, Super Mario, TMNT. I think they even had a He-Man cereal in the early 80s.
Albert Molesky says, our good buddy Albert says, don't get me started on prize and things. Cracker Jacks really blows now. You get a code to download an app. That is hard. That's lame.
The prizes now are lame.
Oh, now this is bleeding over to a different territory, but I like what Paul says. Paul Midlick. Burger Chef, I remember Burger Chef.
Burger Chef.
And Jeff Kids meals had plastic records. Always needed to find a coin to stop the skipping. Or you put the coin on top of the playing head. I remember on
because
the
the plastic was too thin, it would like jump or something.
Yeah, now see.
Yeah.
There are some fast food places that gave away prizes too. Well, there was some Happy Meals, but before that, they were like that.
Well, we have a couple of nature, bird records that were from National Geographic or something like that. And it was a real thin plastic.
Yeah,
that must have been a thing for a while. They sent a lot of promotional...
But those maybe came in the magazines.
Yeah.
They're talking about the ones that were printed on the back of the cereal box, okay?
Wow.
And you would cut them out. There was
and it would
one,
play, yeah.
Yes, there was one I had as a kid that was like haunted house stories or something.
Dunkin' Donuts cereal.
No, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Smurf Berry Crunch.
Smurf berries. I remember those.
What was it? I might have mentioned. I'm kind of like, what about Whale-O's? It was called Whale-O's.
Whale-O's?
Whale-O's.
Whale-O's.
And there was another one with like a little Texas guy. It was like Waffle-O's.
Waffle-O's.
Remember Waffle-O's? They tasted just like little maple syrup waffle cereals. It was good.
That sounds gross.
You don't like maple syrup.
I don't like maple.
Shakey's Pizza. That's a different discussion.
Is Shakey's Pizza, is that a pizza place
Yeah,
that you're
yeah.
free?
Shakey's.
Well, we're talking about that too.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, there's a lot of great
Shakey's...
local restaurants that you can still support while still
okay, we're going
social
back and forth.
distancing. Yeah, it looks like we're just going back and forth.
Okay, so we're back to the supporting the local businesses. Yeah, Mr. Hero's a place I have not gone to. That's a Northeast Ohio type of franchise.
We haven't gone there in like a month, but I'm sure they're still doing carry-out.
I might have to break down this weekend.
There's a lot more restaurants doing delivery than what they used to, so that's always good too. If you're afraid to even go out, you can have stuff delivered.
Yeah, that's right. Ellen Bloom says, Tim says hi. Hi, Tim.
Hi, guys.
Waffles. It was good. Ellen, I'm telling you, I remember Waffle-O's. They were really good.
I don't remember that one.
I miss those.
Yeah, I don't remember.
They still make like Cookie Crisp. That's one that goes back in the day. But Crazy Cow was it was very much like Cocoa Puffs.
If you guys like the video, please hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe little thingy there, and then there's the little bell thingy next to it.
Chinese food cereal? No, I'm just kidding.
Chinese food, that sounds good.
What I do remember, there was another one called if it wasn't Whale-O's.
Cold pizza for breakfast. Now that there.
Now you're talking her.
That is the breakfast of champions, Lofty Moose. Cold pizza from the night before.
Does anybody remember the name?
That is good stuff.
There was another cereal I remember, a cereal that was like little white donuts, not the John Belushi parody, little chocolate donuts. It was another cereal. It might have been Whale-O's. I can't remember the name. It might have been them, but it tasted like little white. They looked like little white Cheerios, but they were white and frosted, and taste like frosted little white.
Frosted Cheerios?
They taste like powdered donuts.
Cheerios did come out with for a while they had frosted Cheerios.
No, it wasn't Cheerios. It was a powdered donut tasting cereal.
And then I think they had chocolate Cheerios for a while, or like strawberry Cheerios. They were trying to come out with different flavors.
Donuts. That's what it was called. Yeah.
Donuts. It was donut cereal.
It was. They looked like little white powdered donuts, and they were delicious. I remember those. But Whale-O's was another one that was kind of, Cheerio shaped, but I can't remember what it tasted like.
All this crazy sugar stuff. First
I
thing
think
in
a
the
Tic
morning.
Tac. All right, Billy Albert. No, I'm kidding. Ghostbuster cereal and Trump had a cereal. Oh.
Really?
Was it orange flavored?
Yeah, was it like Cheeto flavored or something?
Oh, I'm sure it was the best. I'm sure it was perfect.
Tiny Hand cereal?
And if you haven't had it, just try it. What can you lose? Anyway, let's just keep this strictly funny.
Grimm is right. I could picture it. Thought it was donuts.
Donuts with a Z.
Says Thor Reap.
It is donuts, yeah.
Yeah.
Dinky Donuts was one too. I think that might have been called. It was called Dinky Donuts with a Z. Yeah.
There was Flintstone cereal and Batman cereal in the late 80s.
Well, Flintstone was still.
And wasn't there no, oh yeah, Fruity, maybe that's what I'm thinking of, Fruity Pebbles, because do you remember for a little while they had like a color changing plastic bowl that would come with the box, and then you would
it was shrink wrapped to the box.
Yeah, it was like stuck to the box.
Was that the Ninja Turtle one or no?
No, that was the Fruity Pebbles. They did have a Ninja Turtle one too. And then remember, Batman cereal had like a little Batman piggy bank.
Beerlios. One of my one prize a couple different prizes I remember from Fruity Pebbles or chocolate Fruity Pebbles. Well, it was a rubber ball that was shaped like a rock. It was like really weird. It was like a rubber ball, but it looked like a stone.
Oh.
It was like a rock, like a cartoon rock.
Like a bouncy ball thing.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. And a lot of these things, like Captain Crunch had it, but they would have little submarines or animals that would dive when you put baking soda in them. You put a little baking soda, and they would dive and then come back up to the surface. A bath toy.
That I didn't.
You just had to be careful how you sat in the tub.
No, I wish the Mr. T cereal came with gold chains.
Crispy critters.
That would have been awesome. Free gold with every box.
So Albert says he still takes Flintstones chewable vitamins. Do you remember Monster chewable vitamins?
Oh, they had those for a short time.
Those are really cool.
Lois says, I still have my Batman bank from that cereal.
Yeah, I think I might have one later on. We had one in the shop.
S'mores did have a cereal, didn't they?
S'mores was
That's
a cereal.
right.
That's right.
Wow, so many breakfast options.
There could have been. Paul asked if there was ever a Planet of the Apes cereal in the 70s. There could have been. I don't know.
Yeah, there might have been.
There's a lot of cereal that tore through. A lot of it was like kind of like quickly. I had those Grimm, the divers. Yes, these I remember. So back to the food. Yeah, Chinese food is something that we really would like to. I would like to. I mean, you're not a big Chinese food fan, right?
I do like
What?
I like the veggies. I like the soup. I like some stuff, but with the American Chinese food, it's a lot of fried.
Well, you wouldn't eat real Chinese food.
Well, yeah, it depends.
You should go to China sometime.
I do like sushi. I like Japanese.
That's Japanese.
Yeah, I do like that. I love a lot of Thai food too. Thai food's good.
You do? You like Thai?
I love Thai food.
Yeah.
It's yummy.
I miss Indian food. I like Indian food a lot too.
See, I'm not that familiar with Indian food, but I'd be willing to give it a chance. I know there's a lot of curry in it. It's like a different type of spicy.
Jeffrey Adams, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday!
That's right.
Happy birthday to you.
Here's one up your alley.
I send you some smooches. Mwah!
Nintendo cereal system? What's that?
Yeah, they had Nintendo cereal and Super Mario cereal. Legend of Zelda cereal. Yep. They had all that in the late 80s.
Poo Poo Platter. I spell it different.
Grim likes his with extra
sweet
poo.
And sour chicken. I'm so ready for some Chinese food already. Well, anyway, I think you would like pho.
Pho? What's that?
Pho, the Korean soup, the pho.
What's in that one?
PHO. Lots of different varieties of pho.
See, Korean food I haven't had, but I hear there's a lot of garlic. And I do like garlic, so I'd get along with Vincent Price then, you know. There was a lot of garlic in that movie we just watched.
Finnish food. Okay.
What's in Finnish food?
They said especially, I love fish. She's not a fish person.
Yeah, I'm not a big seafood person, even though I like sushi. I like, like crab, salmon, some of that stuff I could eat.
Now we're getting people all like, all the foodies are coming alive now. They're talking about all the food that they haven't had in weeks.
All the food they miss,
And sometimes you were like, we'll get it next time. Now you want it now, right? I mean, that's what we're all doing. Yeah, see, Jeffrey's getting a lot of love, a lot of birthday love.
I love a lot of Mediterranean food and Middle Eastern food, too.
Chicken shawarma?
I love chicken shawarma.
Now, there's a local place
called... And I love Baba Ganoush.
Aladdin's that we go to here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's Aladdin's.
Oh, sorry. Pho.
There's also, what was that other one we visited? There's a lot of great, Middle Eastern restaurants around here.
General Tso's chicken?
General Tso?
General Chow's chicken, General Tso's chicken. Now, it depends where you get it. Some places, I like it not too spicy, but I guess then why eat it? But might as well have sweet and sour chicken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pho. I mean, now someone's telling, Ellen's saying that pho is pronounced pho. I didn't know that.
So what's in pho? What is it?
It is a giant bowl of soup. With so much delicious ingredients, but it's all different.
Like noodles and stuff?
Tons of noodles and other stuff.
Oh, then I would love that. I love noodle soup.
A lot of people, and you might like this too, you will love this because it's traditionally you add a lot of hot sauce to it.
Spicy.
Sriracha and stuff like that.
Spicy noodle soup? Yeah, I'd be down for some pho.
See, Albert, it might have a problem. Our buddy Albert.
I am DTP. Is it spelled with a P? Down to pho. Down to eat.
I think Albert has a spam problem. I think Albert needs to go to SA, Spam Anonymous.
Spam Anonymous.
Anonymous. Albert, we picked up some spam. I picked one can of spam up, and I think there's still a rotten piece in the fridge. It was good. Okay, I like.
I don't like.
I haven't
Spam.
had Spam since I was.
I don't like
since
ham.
I was a monkey scout back in the day, and it was good. Well, don't worry, Spam's not ham.
I don't eat a lot of meat.
Nobody really knows what's in Spam.
I don't eat a lot of ham or cow. Chicken and sometimes.
But I liked it. I mean, we
Yeah.
were cutting it up, frying it with eggs, making it for breakfast. It was good.
Lawson's chip dip.
Oh,
says Connie.
now we're talking about just
Ooh,
food.
everyone loves Lawson's
We
chip
just ran
dip.
out. We need to get more.
We do.
But Larry Tressler even in the room tonight?
Larry was watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he lives in Florida. He's a transplant. He moved from Cleveland to Florida, worked for Channel 43 and worked with Superhost for many, many years. But now he makes his own Lawson's chip dip. He
actually shared a recipe in the Mummy and the Monkey group.
Lawson's chip dip has its own Facebook page, people.
Yeah, so there's recipes on how you can make your own Lawson's chip dip at home. But yeah, Lawson's chip dip is the best. It's so good.
I have nothing wrong with all that when people like make fun of Spam and sausage and stuff like that. Look, if it tastes good, who cares what it's made out of? If it doesn't kill you, who cares?
I mean, to each their own. There's so many different foods out there.
You like to think what you're eating is good, but nothing that anyone eats. You never know what's on it. Enjoy the Roundup on your vegetables, and I'll enjoy my Spam pig snouts and bee holes. All right.
Oh jeez.
What else?
Oh my goodness.
As long as you're healthy and alive and enjoying your day, that's all that matters, right?
Well. What are the other comments?
Look. Jeffrey says, "I dare you," which sounds like if someone has
Spam and ramen,
like high blood
sodium
pressure.
yummy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so. I don't. So the ramen
Yes,
noodle.
about ramen noodles.
The ramen noodle packet. You know the little packet of
the
seasoning.
flavor.
The flavor packet. I do not use the whole packet. I use only half. And then I'll add my own seasonings like garlic powder, pepper, paprika, or whatever. And just flavor it myself. Sometimes I'll add onions.
Yeah, Gareth Morgan is correct. Spam is considered a delicacy in Hawaii. Matter of fact, they have multiple.
It's popular in Hawaii.
But they have multiple flavors of Spam. It's not just the one can of Spam.
Oh, really?
Yes, they have different types of Spam over there.
Soylent Green is delicious.
And it's people. Well, people.
Soylent Green is people.
Well, people taste pretty damn good. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's funny.
Barbecue banana. I have to say, that, Bobby. Sorry. I ain't eating that crap.
A banana kebab.
Grill up a banana. Maybe I'll do that one day, see how it tastes. It might not be that bad, actually.
Well, plantain chips are actually really good. And they're kind of like bananas.
And if you don't
Have
know...
you guys had those plantain chips?
They're awesome.
So good.
Yeah, the Goya brand.
The Goya brand,
Any brand you can find are pretty good.
Plantain chips. Sometimes Dollar Tree sells those.
Now, if you live
They didn't endorse us. We just happened to find them there.
So if you live in the Northeast Ohio area and you're wondering about this Lawson chip dip, what are you talking about? Lawson's was a corner store. It was like a chain store, like a convenience store back in the day. Okay, it's since been bought up by a Japanese company, and there are Lawson stores, convenience stores in Japan right now.
Yeah, so Lawson's, the stores are still around. They're just not here. They're in Japan.
But if you go to Circle K, I know they sell the Lawson's chip dip. They're in different size tubs. They have 3 different sizes. And there's even a Lawson's ranch dip. I'm going to get some of that. It's brand new. I've never tried it.
I love chips and salsa, too. That's
but
like...
what salsa?
So, Aldi has a salsa that I love. They have an organic salsa.
It's a fresh...
And it's like fresh. It's like in their refrigerated section. And it's so good.
When it comes to salsa, for me...
So good.
You can't have too much cilantro.
Love salsa.
Cilantro, you can't have too much of it.
Cilantro is so yummy.
I need more cilantro in my life.
And then there was an avocado salsa that we found that was good, too.
Oh, Bobby Harvey Jr. is a big fan of corn nuts. Now, have you ever had corn nuts?
No. That doesn't sound right.
What about onion nuts?
That doesn't sound right.
Corn nuts
I'm not answering that.
So corn nuts, you know how they have the dried banana wedges and stuff like that, and apple wedges?
Yeah.
Corn nuts are kind of like that. They're big, giant kernels of corn.
So it's dried corn
you
could chew on?
No, you eat it. It's like it's nice, and it's got flavor, like seasoning on it and stuff. It comes in a bag. It's crunchy, but that's the thing. You have to have real good teeth for this.
Oh.
If you don't have good teeth, I don't know you're gonna lose them. But
you can use them as tooth replacements.
But corn nuts are real good. I remember eating them back in the day. They're still around. They're really good.
That's funny.
They have like different flavors, like ranch and this and that.
What are the other comments?
Albert wants to know, are the plantain chips sweet? No.
No, they're not sweet, and they're lightly salted. They almost taste...
They're kind of creamy.
It's kind of like a cross between a banana and a potato chip.
Yeah, it's very potato chip.
They're almost like potato chips.
Yeah.
But they have a hint of like a banana taste.
But not really.
But not really.
They're a thick potato chip, basically.
Well, when you Google plantains, they kind of look like bananas, yeah? But plantain chips kind of taste like potato chips.
I'm sad because Aldi, speaking of Aldi, they had a salsa. It was in a jar. But like last year they had a couple different varieties of some brand. It wasn't an Aldi brand, but it was some knockoff, some generic brand. It wasn't anything, like Aldi is.
Yeah.
But they had a flavor. It was cilantro and lime, but they don't carry it anymore.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah, you really liked that
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And when you would go to get it, it was always out of the 3 varieties they have, that was the one that was always gone.
Wow. But no, I'm really liking that organic one I was buying.
You could chip a tooth on a corn. Why would they make that something that you couldn't show?
I don't know.
Because he said nut?
I don't know. YouTube is a mystery to me.
They're a little overprotective. They're the overprotective.
Yeah, we've been on YouTube for a while and we're still trying to figure it out.
Like what are they
They
flagging
change the
as
rules
bad
all
words?
the time.
Pork rinds. Oh my gosh. Now see.
Oh, that's gross.
I love
I'm
them.
sorry. In my opinion, I find pork rinds disgusting.
So the fun thing about eating pork rinds, if you never had, now basically it's like fried pig skin.
It is, and that really disturbs me.
But it's delicious. Now here's the kicker: like if you wanted to go on like a low carb diet, pork rinds you can eat. Because
you need carbs though. You do.
I said a low carb diet.
Yeah, but you need carbs.
But I said a low carb diet.
Okay.
I didn't say no carb. I said low.
Oh, okay. I thought you said no carbs.
I said low with
Okay.
an L, not an N.
Okay.
So, but the fun thing to me.
There's always a but.
And it's always just as long as it looks good. But what I liked about eating pork rinds is it's like a challenge. You get a bag of pork rinds. They're not all the same. Like some are real soft and they melt right in your mouth and they're amazingly delicious.
Ugh.
If you get the barbecue ones, oh, so good. And there are some that are real hard, and that's kind of a challenge and they're okay, but you can't even chew them because they're just
I'm not a fan of bacon either, and I know a lot of people really like bacon.
Then you got to get out of this country.
I'm sorry. I know.
No bacon. No, bacon's
I
great.
know. I don't eat pigs.
An American steak. You just date them.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Grab. Jeez.
I had to say it. Come on, I can't. It's like setting a golf ball in front of a golfer on a tee and saying, "Don't hit that ball." I gotta hit it. Jar Jar Binks have a cereal.
Janet said dupa.
Did
I say dupa?
I think Jar Jar Binks did have a cereal. What about pumpkin seeds or no sunflower seeds?
I like sunflower seeds a lot.
Oh, remember the pumpkin seeds? They still make them. They came in the red pack with that Indian head on them. But the problem with those now...
Oh, the gas stations would always have those.
Yes.
Or convenience stores or something.
I think they still make them. But the problem with those now... I mean, the salt... I mean, each one of them is coated with
you could buy them unsalted.
an inch of salt.
Cashews, walnuts, almonds, those are awesome snacks. But yeah, you can get them lightly salted or unsalted. Because, yeah, that salt is no good.
Not as a kid, it was great. I mean, because you could eat anything.
When you're a kid, you're like invincible.
You can eat as much sugar and salt as you want. Nothing. I mean, your body's still like going crazy with the hormones.
As time goes on, and when you're a mummy, and and when you're a monkey, and
so here's
you gotta watch the salt.
I haven't had one in a while, but I'm going to address Gareth Morgan's contribution. He said McRib is good.
Oh, McRib.
You know what?
Yuck. Sorry.
I think I had the last time I had a McRib, it might have been 10 years ago, and it wasn't that good.
They weren't around for very long.
Why don't you just get some real ribs?
Yeah.
I mean, that McRib is just a pressed shape, look like rib. I don't know. It was not. I don't know. It's some kind of pork product.
It's like gelatinous. And
it's not gelatinous. It's
weird and squishy.
Do they still even make?
That's not a real rib.
I know they make Shamrock Shake, but I don't know if they make McRib.
I don't eat
anymore.
McDonald's much, but when I would go with Grimm, we would get. I would get like a chicken sandwich. Like
boring.
I know I'm boring. Sorry.
I remember McDonald's had something called a McDLT.
I remember the DLTs.
The McDLT.
With all that styrofoam?
Well,
yeah.
But that thing was you'd have all the lettuce, tomatoes, onions, ketchup, and half a bun on the cold side.
It keeps the cold side cold.
And the hot side
hot.
You remember that? Wow.
McDLT.
I think it was named after some football player back then. It was crazy.
Funny. The weird things we remember.
But, but that's what it's all about, right? This whole society is geared to make you a consumer. and it's all this stuff is drilled into your head with with visual
When
stuff.
it's repetitive enough.
Yeah,
yes.
well, it is. If you're a kid or a human being sitting in front of the TV every day, that's what advertising is all about. Is to drill that into your head to want something, right? And some of it paid off. Some of the stuff was really good. Some of it wasn't so good.
Yeah. I do love McDonald's coffee, though. I have to admit, I'm not a fan of Starbucks. Dunkin' Donuts, their coffee's pretty good. But man, McDonald's coffee, there's something about it.
No bacon, adjust
Very
your ears.
good.
Will Nepper says, do you remember the 2 different McPizzas? I don't remember.
They had McPizza?
They had chicken wings for a while.
I don't remember McPizza. Do you remember when McDonald's had broccoli and cheddar soup?
No.
McDonald's for a short time they had chicken noodle and they had broccoli and cheese soup. And I loved their broccoli and cheese soup.
Yeah, I'm with Albert. McRibs, it's kind of gross. It's just not good. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's something weird about
most things from McDonald's are
our
weird.
Opinions,
In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I still crave a Big Mac every now and then. Their cheeseburgers, not double cheeseburger, too much. Just a regular McDonald's cheeseburger. Very good, I think. I love their little diced onions. And then the pickle, so good. Not the double. The double taste, it just sounds weird, right?
Bobby Harvey Jr. says he likes Speedway coffee. They're good too. They have the different, I think they're the ones that have all the different coffee flavors where you can kind of pick your own. It's like they have like a coffee bar set up.
Rob Wise, now see, he must have lived where I live. He said, Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips near Uncle Bill's on Broadway?
Ew!
Well, yeah, I remember that Arthur Treacher's. We used to go there quite a bit.
I hated Arthur Treacher's, but I didn't like seafood.
MummyAndMonkey is a big fan of all that old restaurant stuff. Hey, one of the best places that aren't around anymore, well, they are around, but it's not the same. A&W Drive Up.
Oh, some of those are still around, yeah.
They do have A&W
yep.
restaurants, but the food doesn't taste like the Mama Burger, the Papa Burger, the Baby Burger. They had the fried onion rings, and oh my God! So I remember that as a kid. That was a treat. Coming home from daycare, we would get some good old-fashioned A&W drive. And there was one in Cleveland where you would drive up like an old drive-in, like Sonic. You would drive into like a little bay, and they would come out and take your order, and then
Sonic isn't that good.
I hate Sonic.
Yeah,
Sonic food to me not good.
Kind of crappy.
The fries are bland.
In my opinion. I mean,
the burgers.
Maybe other people like it, so and that's okay too.
I like Rally's better than that.
Oh, Rally's! Oh, I cannot eat Rally's.
Grease time, baby. But it's good.
It's too much grease.
Oh, but those fries are.
I cannot eat Rally's. And it's all like.
Arthur Treacher's. I'm sorry, but I had Arthur Treacher's was awesome, but to me it seems like it's too much batter. And
it's all breading, and it's all like.
Not a fan of that.
I'm not a big fan of fried food in general.
But
I prefer grilled.
But their hush puppies are real good.
I prefer grilled food.
Someone remembers. Art Kinsey 64. They remember A&W.
Swenson's in Akron versus A&W in Ravenna. Oh.
Now see, maybe I need to venture out more.
Swenson's, I've had them once, and
I wasn't that impressed.
They were okay. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with Albert. I could eat at Rally's and not have a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't.
Hey, don't forget, we almost bought a house next to Rally's.
We did.
To a Rally's.
We were looking at places near a Rally's.
That was literally next door to a Rally's.
Ugh.
You imagine?
Ew.
The smell. Hush puppies are good. Yeah. Now here's the big thing in Cleveland. Once upon a time, and they're still around. There was a thing called Manners Big Boys, a restaurant, and they're still around. But I took my MummyAndMonkey to one a while back, and she had the burger and all that, and said it wasn't anything like what she remembers. But in the 50s, maybe late 50s, early, and then throughout the 60s and 70s, Manners Big Boys was like crack to people back then. They would.
Big Boy used to be really good, but we went there.
But we didn't order.
Before, and it wasn't very good.
But you're talking about within the last 20 years.
There's only like a few Big Boys still around anymore.
There are around, but
yeah.
Back in the day, even Big Chuck Shadowski from the Big Chuck and Little John show, in his book, says he would live on Manners Big Boys. It was that good.
Wow.
Something about the sauce they use on their burgers or something. I don't know.
What are the comments there?
There's so much stuff. Chili dogs, love those too.
Chili dogs, wow.
Roy Rogers restaurant had some really good fried chicken.
There was Kenny Rogers Chicken in Sandusky.
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers. Aw, he passed away recently.
Yes, he did, and now he's being served at Kenny Rogers. No,
Jeez. It's made from Kenny Rogers.
Taco Hell.
You mean Torgo Bell? I do love Torgo Bell.
Raymond had a
I'm
drank
not.
a big
I'm
one.
not a big fan of. I'm not a fan at all of Chipotle, but I do love Torgo Bell.
Now there is a restaurant.
I do.
There's a Mexican restaurant we like to go to. Can we say what it is?
Yeah, we could say the local name. It's
Okay.
a local restaurant on the east side.
Local-ish to us.
Local-ish, Cleveland area.
It's called Los Galos. It's a
Los Galos.
Mexican restaurant. Now,
Oh, they are so good.
now we've been to a lot of Mexican restaurants, but this one is different because their food in general is good. But the appetizer is what? Usually chips and salsa. But they mix it up. They bring you chips, salsa, and this coleslaw. Okay, it's doesn't
Chips and coleslaw
Right.
with
And salsa.
salsa. You could
it's two
just.
separate things.
They're so good, and you could fill up just on that.
The salsa is not sweet. I mean, the coleslaw is not like a sweet coleslaw. It's kind of creamy. You know, it has a creamy sort of taste to it.
Yeah, it's
not
like,
sweet.
It's not sweet, no, but
Oh,
it's very
amazing.
good.
You would never think that. You're like, what are they bringing this out
I've
for?
never
And it's
been
like
to a Mexican
incredible.
restaurant that has
Never.
coleslaw with the chips and salsa.
But it's
But
amazing.
it's amazing.
So good.
So yeah, we do love them.
Now that's going to be one of the first places we go to once this.
Los
crap's
Galos? Oh yeah,
over.
probably.
Oh yeah.
They're very good.
Chili dog, Skyline chili. I remember eating that.
Skyline chili is good. They are good,
reminds me
yeah.
of, like business guys would go there all the time with their cheese on there.
There's like a pound of cheese on there.
Raymond Troyanovich has Arthur Treacher's Carp and Barf.
Carp and barf.
I don't think it's crap and barf. Mall pretzels, yeah. Not
Howard Johnson. Connie says Mom used to work at Howard Johnson. I've never been there.
Yeah, every coleslaw is different. That is true, James Wimmer. I don't know why that is. Like, there's no two coleslaws are ever alike.
Have you ever been to Covers in Dayton?
Never
Carvers?
heard of Carvers.
No, I've
No.
never heard of Carvers.
You know, it would be good to go to if you're into the fast food thing. Who has it? Columbus, or since it's somewhere in Ohio. There's like I think it's Columbus. There's like this whole strip where it's all experimental restaurants, like fast food restaurants.
There used to be one in Columbus called Betty's. It was like a mom and pop diner, and it had a bunch of cute pinup art, like Betty Page stuff hanging up, and like 1950s stuff.
Well, like Rocket Dog or Johnny Rockets.
Kind of like a Johnny Rockets.
Remember that?
But like with pinup girl stuff.
Like prison.
I went there once a long time ago. I don't know if they're still around. Haven't been to Columbus in a while.
Mexican shrimp cocktail. Minnie Pearl's chicken at Arthur Treacher's Fish and
Oh, jeez.
Minnie Pearl's chicken, that was good. Now, okay, here's something.
Woolworth's Diner.
Oh my gosh, yes.
They used to have the little lunch counter.
The lunch counter, yeah.
Yeah.
So here's something I need to know because I don't remember it, but when I look through all my old TV,
When you're done, I'll tell you a cool Woolworths story.
my old TV guides and stuff, there's a place called Chicken Galore. I think they're still around.
Chicken Galore?
But it was a big chain here in Cleveland.
Sounds like a James Bond villain.
Yeah, chicken. It's her sister.
Chicken Galore.
It's Pussy Galore's sister. Right? I think that's what they got it from, obviously.
Probably, yeah.
So Chicken Galore. Can anyone tell me about that? Was it that good? Because it's advertising all these TV guides I have from the 70s. Perkins.
Perkins, they had good ice cream. So did Friendly's.
Ponderosa salad bar, the chicken
Ooh,
wings, those
Ponderosa.
the little flat wings.
Yeah,
fill up
Ponderosa
on those.
Steakhouse. They had an awesome salad bar.
Friendly's. Is Friendly's still around? Their ice cream was good. I remember that.
Yep. They used to have like
They have a Johnny Rockets at Cedar Point, probably the last
Johnny
place.
Rockets. They used to have one in the Strongsville Mall in Strongsville, Ohio, and they were pretty good.
Dayton, Ohio. Carver's. Okay, wait, no, Carver's. Is that
Carver's?
Is that a chicken place now that's everywhere? What's that
No,
called?
that's something else.
What's
I don't
that one
know.
called? That was okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Orange Julius.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Orange Julius was very good.
Give me some. Now they're talking about like the mall restaurants, like Hot Sam.
Red Barn, anyone says, Will. You remember Red Barn, I don't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The fried chicken there, like everything was good there. Their fish sandwiches, their fried chicken, their burgers. Like all of them are
Wow.
good. Now, but don't forget, this is back in the day when they would fry everything in animal fat. Okay.
Oh, geez. Trans fat.
Which makes everything taste so much
Artery
better.
clogging ingredients.
But the flavor, if you don't eat it every day, Mr. Chicken's good. Don't mind that. Don't want to bring up the other one, but I do miss that one.
Kenny King's?
No.
Which one?
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah, I'm not a fan of
For
that.
political reasons, yeah. But
I'm not a fan of
But
them.
you have to admit, that chicken sandwich is the bomb.
No.
It is really good.
I don't like them.
Yeah, say what you... Red Barn in Harvard, yeah, I remember that Red Barn. The best wings. Their chicken, the way that smelled, I remember the way that place smelled when you walk into Red Barn. It was so good. Gosh. And again, that's because the way they used to prepare the food was
so
different.
much food.
Different. I even saw a chef on a morning show talking about making food. It was several years, maybe it was definitely over 10 years ago. But he said if you're going to make French fries, you should fry them in animal fat instead of vegetable oil because that's the way McDonald's used to do it back in the day. And I remember when they changed from animal fat to vegetable oil, how different the fries tasted. They're still okay, but they taste totally different. So the chef a bunch of years ago said, yeah, if you want them to taste better, put them in animal fat because they just taste totally different.
Yuck. No, I do not.
Just saying. Kresge's had an amazing apple.
Kresge's.
They had a
Wow.
They had a lunch counter too.
Old school, yeah. Oh, but going back to Woolworths, so
yeah,
Woolworths is long gone, but
not forgotten.
I remember when I was a young mummy, I had some little parakeets from Woolworths. And yeah, I remember the lunch counter. And when Monkey Man and I went to Germany, they had a Woolworths that was still open. This was about 6 years ago. And it looked exactly the same, exactly as we remember it. They had the bins of like discounted stuff. They had the escalator to go downstairs. I mean, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was really cool. But then I think they all closed. I think they're all closed now. I think their last one was like in the UK, if I remember. But we were in New York a few years ago, and there was some discount closeout store that was using an old Woolworths building.
It smelled like the old.
And it looked and smelled. I mean, it looked like
weird.
an old Woolworths, but it was like a different owner, just some generic discount store.
Yeah, I think James Wimmer agrees with me that they were McDonald's fries. Totally different taste altogether. Smell the taste. When you know.
Paul says, well, they still exist in England and Australia.
Well,
I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they do because
I thought they all closed.
Went to Germany a couple years ago. They were still they closed in Germany, but they were still up when we were there.
That's cool.
Remember
yeah,
that?
because we went to one in Germany that was still open around 2014.
So Will Nepper says, "Remember White Tower? It was a White Castle knockoff." Now, I don't remember going to White Tower, but do I have White Tower? That's the coffee cup I have, right?
White Tower?
I think so.
Yeah, you have a White Tower coffee cup from the 1930s.
Yeah, I never been to White Tower. There's an old the neighborhood I grew up in had a White Tower, and it was like a little white. It looked like a castle. The actual facade was looked like a blocky what do you call it? Medieval castle.
I've never heard of that until we found those cups.
I've seen pictures, right? But I've never been to one. But I went to White Castle, and I like White Castle. I did, but every time I eat them, I get sick. I don't know. But I like the way they taste.
They're not. They might taste good, but they don't agree with you.
But we do have some White Tower plates that have the White Tower logo, and I drink out of a coffee cup. This thing must weigh a pound and hold 2 ounces of coffee. But that's because they kept refilling at they wouldn't give you a big
at the diners,
mug.
they would just refill your cup.
But I love this cup. It's so great, and who knows who held this thing? It's so cool.
Crazy food stories.
Foodies.
What a wacky
existence.
Conversation this was.
Yeah, but it's one everyone can relate to, right? Because
different restaurants, different cereals. And remember, visit your local not visit, but see if you could get food delivered. See if you could do like a curbside pickup for these local restaurants. Because if you don't, guys, they might not survive. After this whole pandemic thing is done, a lot of these small businesses might not be around. So
Wimpy's, that was a hamburger chain. That was like Wimpy's, with from Popeye. There was a Chinese fast food place in the mall called Charlie Chan's.
Charlie Chan's, really?
Yes, and I forgot all about it, so I was looking through some advertisement. I'm like, oh gosh, I remember. Randall Park Mall had one in Cleveland here.
Well, Grim, we should probably wrap things up
Oh,
pretty
it seems
soon.
like I think we got people all like wound up.
They're all worked up now.
Going back in memory lane. You know? We should just change the name of the show to Memory Lane.
Kmart Cafe. I do remember the Kmart Cafe.
Oh, Woolworths,
Yeah.
Kmart, all those places at lunch counters, they all did the same types of things. The big thing in downtown Cleveland was a place called the Forum.
I don't remember that.
And that was a cafeteria style place where you would go with the tray and you go down the the metal, the bars you would go down with the tray.
Like a cafeteria thing.
So yeah, hopefully that everyone nowadays has some fond memories. Not what's going on now.
Well, it won't be forever.
No.
It will pass at some point. It's just we have to make sure people stay healthy, stay safe, and
Before we go, I gotta say.
Okay.
So, a couple quick things. Bojangles in North Carolina. I lived in.
Bojangles?
Yeah, it's like it's a chicken place.
Oh, okay.
They make it's like Southern food. I lived in North Carolina for a while in Gastonia.
Oh, didn't know.
And they had a Bojangles, and then even in Virginia Beach they had a Bojangles, and I lived there for a while. That's funny. Look what got flagged. Gary Smith said Fuddruckers. Sorry, sorry YouTube. Fuddruckers does sound like a bad word.
You could show that.
But it ain't a bad word.
Yeah, there you go.
I say that's a substitute word. This Fuddrucking son of a biscuit eater.
Mother trucker.
Yeah, you could say this Fuddrucker and mother trucker. Got my. You could.
It sounds like it could be a swear word, right?
They had a Fuddruckers in Virginia
funny.
Beach. Yeah, I like P.F. Chang's.
You know what? It's a great greasy spoon diner, but here in Cleveland, there's George's Kitchen.
Oh wow, yeah.
George's
Every
Kitchen
place
is
has the greasy spoons.
so yummy.
Here we have the Big Egg.
The Big Egg, they're good too.
George's Kitchen.
George's
Boom,
Kitchen. Coffee pot.
The coffee
Coffee
That's
cup.
not a greasy spoon though.
Coffee cup.
Coffee cup might be.
Yeah, it's like a little mom and pop breakfast diner.
Those are the places that need support. Hopefully they're open. Hopefully they're still.
Yeah, hopefully they're still doing carry out.
Let's find out if Coffee Pot is because I would love to go down and get some breakfast.
Order breakfast to go.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, well, I think.
Now that we're all hungry.
Yeah, there you go. Now that we're all starving.
Now that we made everyone hungry for junk food.
At 1 a.m. in the morning.
And sugary cereal and everything fried and tallow and whatnot.
Heaven. And we'll take that and a few hugs and handshakes.
Yes, so some virtual hugs.
The stuff we can't have. We love so much now, right?
Virtual smooches. Mwah.
So thank you so much. TikTok Cafe. Are they talking about the one in...
that might be the one in Lakewood.
The one in Lakewood? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll end on that. So TikTok Cafe, I have not had them in a while, but as soon as I can, the first chance I get, I'm going to get me their Santorini wings at the TikTok Cafe on Clifton Boulevard in Cleveland. Those are awesome. If you haven't had them, go get them. Anyway.
All right, guys. Good night. Good fright. Thank you for hanging with us. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We have over 4,000 Facebook followers, but we don't even have 2,000 subscribers on YouTube.
What's up with that?
I know.
So tell a friend or 10 or 20.
Yeah, so share this with your friends. Hit subscribe, hit the little bell, and we do appreciate you. Thank you, guys.
That's right. You can talk amongst yourselves until we sign off here. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on
The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangover.
All right, we'll see you next week, guys and gals.
Bye.